We begin by recognizing just how necessary for human progress was the work Rome had been engaged in. By holding the world at peace, she had given humankind at least the opportunity to grow. The moment her restraining hand was shaken off, war sprang up everywhere. Not only do we find the inheritors of her territory fighting among themselves, they are exposed to the savagery of Attila, the fury of the Arabs. New bands of more distant Teutons come, ever pushing in amid their half-settled brethren, overthrowing them in turn. The Lombards capture northern Italy, only Venice remaining safe amid her marshes. The East Franks, that is the semi-barbarians still remaining in the wilderness, master the more cultured West Franks, who hold Gaul. No sooner does civilization start up than it is trodden on. At length there arose among the Franks a series of stalwart rulers, keen-eyed, penetrating somewhat at least into the meaning of their world, determined to have peace if they must fight for it. Charles Martel was one of these. Then came his son Pepin, who held out his hand to the bishops of Rome, acknowledged their vast civilizing influence, saved them from the Lombards, and joined church and state once more in harmony. After Pepin came his son, Charlemagne, whose reign marks an epoch of the world. The peace his fathers had striven for he won at last, though only as they had done by constant fighting. He attacked the Arabs and reduced them to permanent feebleness in Spain. He turned backward the Teutonic movement, marching his Franks into the German forests, and in campaign after campaign defeating the wild tribes that still remained there. The strongest of them, the Saxons, accepted and enforced Christianity. Even the vague races beyond the German borders were so harried, so weakened, that they ceased to be a serious menace. Charlemagne had thus in very truth created a new empire. He had established at least one central spot, so hedged round by border dependencies that no later wave of barbarians ever quite succeeded in submerging it. The bones of the great emperor, in their cathedral sepulchre at Aix, have never been disturbed by an unfriendly hand. Paris submitted to no new conquest until over 1,000 years later, when the 19th century had stolen the barbarity from war. It was then no more than a just acknowledgement of Charlemagne's work, when on Christmas Day of the year 800, as he rose from kneeling at the cathedral altar in Rome, he was crowned by the Pope whom he had defended and hailed by an enthusiastic people as lord of a recreated Holy Roman Empire. In England also, the centuries of warfare among the Britons and the various antagonistic Teutonic tribes seemed drawing to an end. Egbert established the Heptarchy, that is, became overlord of all the lesser kings. Truly, for a moment, civilization seemed re-established. The arts returned to prominence. England could send so noteworthy a scholar as Alcuin to the aid of the great emperor. Charlemagne encouraged learning. Alcuin established schools. Once more, men sowed and reaped in security. The Roman peace seemed come again.